Member for York South-Weston.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Premier. I have often stood in this House and asked for provincial government support towards the ongoing devastating flooding situations in York South-Weston. Homeowners continue to be frustrated with inaction from the province as they yet again deal with flooded basements and emotional distress that occurs. I have reached out to all three levels of government for support, and back in March, I outlined my concerns in a letter to the Minister of the Environment. Rockcliffe Riverine flood mitigation project is seemingly a quick-fix solution that does nothing to address the ongoing building and land user development along well-documented floodplains. When will this government join their municipal and federal partners in investing both the time and money for proper flooding mitigation that residents so dearly need?
Minister of the Environment, Conservation and Parks.
Thank you, Speaker, and I thank that member opposite for the question, a very important one. Speaker, we understand the impact that climate change is having, extreme weather events and flooding. I hail from a community along Lake Ontario, like that member, and I know how important this is. So I would say that's why this government was the first government in Ontario's history to launch a comprehensive climate change impact assessment, working with municipalities, upper and lower tier, to build climate change resiliency. Furthermore, Speaker, I joined Mayor Tory in Toronto to make strategic investments long-term, because you see there's a fundamental difference between the members opposite and this government. We understand that we need to plan for growth. We need to make the necessary investments to build resiliency, to plan for growth long-term, and we're doing that, and I'll have more to say in the supplementary. Thank you, Speaker.
Supplementary question.
Thank you, Speaker. Through you, my question is back to the Premier. I have yet to receive a response from the Environmental Ministry regarding my letter on flooding, and in fact, residents that did receive a response on an ongoing environmental air quality issues was extremely disappointed with the reply they received. Residents have made it very clear that the flooding mitigation efforts seem not well planned and short on provincial investment. The Toronto Regional Conservation Authority has identified the flooding plain in York South-Weston as one of the highest risk flood plains in the jurisdictions, yet the province has not spent any of their own money. When I see nearby communities receiving financial support, and rightfully so, I'm left wondering why residents who have suffered ongoing flooding damage in York South-Weston are neglected and not treated equally by this government. Would like an answer here today when they can expect the assistance and attention they require from this government.
Minister of the Environment.
Thank you again, and thank you to that member opposite. And perhaps we could speak after and discuss the specific issue there. I will say climate change and climate change-related events don't treat all Ontarians equally. That's why we launched the Climate Change Impact Assessment. The member opposite also mentioned air, and we've got some members on our team at MECP here today who work diligently on the most comprehensive SO2, sulfur-related regulations in Ontario's history, after years where Liberal members stood by idly and saw nothing. We worked with industry, with the tremendous leadership of MPP Bob Bailey, to get it done with Amjadang First Nation. We've launched a climate change impact assessment, working with Mayor Tory to provide much-needed supports. He appreciated that. We were joined by Councillor McKelvey and a number of others who appreciated the work that the province is taking to look long-term, because that's the difference between the Liberal NDP coalition and the strong, stable Conservative government. We're planning for growth, making record transit investments, launching the first and most comprehensive climate change impact assessment, and we're not going to stop. Thank you, Speaker.